speaking of things you might see, I hope you saw this last night. We're going to remind you of it just in case you didn't. Sam Darnold, Seahawks, hosting the Texans on Monday Night Football. Dan was there. He had a front row seat. Here's the Seahawks leading 7-0. Darnold finds Jackson Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the touchdown. JSN dunking the ball over the goalpost.
That's Jimmy Graham, right? That's Jimmy Graham style.
Yeah. 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter is where we go now. Seahawks leading 20-12. Darnold completes it again to Smith and Jigba, the 19-yard gain. The Seahawks back in the red zone later in the drive. Seahawks with 2nd and goal from the 2. And Zach Charbonnet takes it left into the end zone. Second touchdown for him in the night. Seahawks leading.
That duo of backs don't get talked about enough.
Very good.
Good. 8.5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Now Darnold to A.J. Barner. It's kicked by Stingley. Look at Stingley's stiff arm and Smith and Jigba. Dan, this whole thing was pretty nuts. What happened here? Shout out to the ref, though.
Nate Jones. He did a great job. So, like,
me and Nate played together in Dallas.
For real?
Yes.
Man, I've never seen an official do this. I was being dead serious. Like, I got a lot of respect for him to kind of throw himself in the middle of that and protect one of his own, man.
Who is that? Christian Harris?
I would have done the same thing.
You're going to get a
Yeah, you would have
done the same thing.
Mina.
Don't you touch it.
Oh, there's Stroud trying to get the pass to Jaden Higgins.
Get your hands off of him.
Incomplete. Here's Mike McDonald afterwards.
Second son.
We said this game, this game was about death zone football, okay? Our style of ball, having each other's back from the first down to the last down. That's complimentary ball. Hey, just imagine, man. Imagine when it's all three phases clicking, okay? Imagine, okay? And listen, we're gonna attack the shit out of it. But that's how we operate, guys. We have each other's backs at all times, no flinch, okay? Friggin' mob ties all the way, okay? And that's how you guys operate. I love it, man. This is a hell of a group. You guys are gonna be proud of yourselves. Home 3, 1, 2, 3.
By the way, somebody please Photoshop Mina Kimes protecting Jackson Jigba like Nate Jones.
She said I'd have did the same thing.
She would have done it.
100%. Not for everyone, but for JSN.
For you off camera, she said, "Get off my baby."
I mean, did you watch him last night?
Oh, he's gorgeous. Dan, you call the game. What stood out to you about Seattle's offense?
Right now, watching JSN is like watching a young Devontae Adams. You know, when Devontae was cooking at his best, it was off the line of scrimmage, destroyed people. At the top of the routes, destroyed people. And just had that nuance to his game that he knew how to attack leverages. And it looked like he was wide open every rep. I mean, these are elite corners that he was working against. 24 Stingley's an all-pro. And he got the better of him for the majority of the night. And just watching, you know, the 3-level ability of him to consistently win versus leverage and then do something with the ball in his hands and how effortless it looks. This is a complete football team. The play that stood out to me was the Sam Darnold fumble touchdown. JSN got mad right after it. It was like, and our producer's going, "Why is he getting mad?" I said, "He wants him to throw the ball every play." And he's like, "Wasn't covered." And I said, "Those guys don't ever think they are." They came back the very first play and threw that ball down the left sideline to him. It's that right now where it's like, hey, I don't think you're covered ever. I just got to make a good enough throw.
Mina, what about the other side of the ball? Now we get to talk about Seattle's defense.
I mean, story of the game for me. I thought it was a masterclass in pressure and coverage working together. They had 10 pass breakups, which is the most of any defense by any game in any game this season. Happened for a number of reasons. One was the pressure. I mean, Mike McDonald's so diabolical. It was mostly a four-man rush, but the things he does with Sims, stunts, they were getting after it, and C.J. Stroud having to check it down. You saw guys rallying to the football. That's how you get some of these pass breakups. I thought they did a fantastic job of taking away Stroud's throwing lanes over the middle of the field on those in-breakers. The first pass breakup was a simulated pressure. Boye Mafi was at the line of scrimmage, dropped, took away the slant. I mean, Warrior had a great one, too. And then finally, separate from the scheme, I just thought the corners were amazing in this game. Josh Jobe and Tariq Woolen, super sticky. Some of those pass breakups were just go balls, man coverage. So
Woolen's a beast.
The scariest part, by the way, is they didn't have Devin Witherspoon and Julian Love. This is one of the best defenses in the NFL.
Let me hit you something. Mike McDonald was talking about Nick Worry, and he said, so many offenses in the NFL right now, all they do is kick the ball to the perimeter and get cheap yards because they're not big enough out there. He's like, that's the thing that he takes away for us defensively. He's so big and physical. Offenses can't just throw the ball to the sideline and get 3 or 4 cheap yards.
He's just Kyle Hamilton.
Exactly. But bigger.
The corners you mentioned, y'all, the most beautiful defense is being played by Seattle right now because it's tied to rush. And these corners can be super aggressive because the timing that you have to get the ball out of your hand is insane. And it's coming from the interior with Leonard Williams and Jaron Reed. Mafe is having a phenomenal job. And then Mike McDonald, is only pressuring when he wants to. You look at this game against the Texans, there was never a need for him to bring extra rushers or never a need to play a different type of coverage. And it speaks to not only the ability of these guys up front in the rush, but it also speaks to the physicality in which they play with. And I think that sometimes, because we in such a pass-heavy game and we love the track meets on the outside, the physicality in which Seattle plays with when they get to the ball and when they rush the passer, it's not just trying to swim around people. It's bull rushing intentionally.
It's also the deepest defensive line in the NFL.
That too.
There's
that
like
too.
6 or 7 guys.
Does not change when guys come. I love watching them play, but we also loved Baltimore when he was calling that defense, watching those guys play.
One other thing I want to point out before we go about last night is what an opportunity for these second chance quarterbacks, and what a cool thing to see.
Oh, man.
You've got a guy in Sam Darnold that was left for dead, the same with Baker Mayfield and Jared Goff, and these guys have come to other places and absolutely dominated. It's pretty cool to watch. All right, coming up.